It's the final Friday of the high school football regular season. Welcome to the KELOLAND Sports Zone. I'm Travis Fossing alongside Bailey Mellon.
Tonight we'll feature 11 games, including 4 top 5 matchups, and we begin at Howard Wood Field.
After losing back-to-back games, Roosevelt attempted to bounce back against PIERRE. Opening quarter, the Roosevelt defense hangs 6 points on the board. Ethan Winter comes up with a strip sack. Tyler Feldkamp scoops up the fumble and goes 18 yards for the touchdown. 2-point conversion fails, and it's 6-0 Riders. A few possessions later, the Rough Riders secure their 3rd straight takeaway as Garrett Stout is hit as he throws, and Devlin McManus comes up with the interception. On the ensuing drive, Adam Kusler calls his own number and goes 4 yards for the touchdown. Add the PAT, and it's 13-0. Late in the first quarter, facing 4th and 8, the Rough Riders add to their advantage. Brady Dannenbring hits Jacob Betancourt on the 23-yard touchdown pass. Roosevelt leads 20-0 after 1 quarter. Second quarter, more from the home team. Dannenbring hands to Tyree Nave, who bounces it outside. 7 yards for the touchdown. 26-zip Riders. PIERRE did score a pair of touchdowns before halftime and actually led late in the contest, but Roosevelt survives 39-34. Lincoln sought its 2nd straight win at 5th-ranked Brookings. Opening half, the Bobcats strike first as Jacob Schoen gives to Parker Beers, who tiptoes into the end zone 6 yards out. He had 150 yards on the game, 7-0 Bobcats. On the other end of the field, Lincoln answers. Tommy Thompson follows his blockers for a 2-yard touchdown. We're tied at 7 at halftime. Early third, Brookings breaks a tie. Schoen hands to Justin Devine. 2 tallies a 7-yard touchdown, 14-7 Bobcats. Ahead to the 4th quarter, Brookings seals the deal as Devine goes 27 yards for the touchdown, his 2nd score of the game, and the Bobcats pick up a 21-7 win against Lincoln.
After pulling an upset against Roosevelt, Rapid City Central played at Washington. On the Warriors' opening possession, the snap is mishandled, but Tupac Capea scoops it up and runs it in for 6 as the Warriors get on the board first, leading 7-0. The Cobblers answer back, chewing up more than 7 minutes off the clock and capping it off as Jerry Weedman fools me and the D and crosses the goal line to tie the game at 7. The Warriors march it down the field, and this time Jaden Johansson hands to Capea, who finds a hole and gets into the end zone. With that score, Capea ties the 11-man touchdown record with his 61st career TD. Central's hanging tough, down 20-7. Jetson Olsen takes the direct snap and goes up the middle for 6 more as the Cobblers cut the lead to 6. Then just before the half, Washington hangs another on the board as Johansson fakes the handoff and takes it himself. This one is late in the 4th quarter, and the Warriors lead Rapid City Central 56-27. A Class 11A contest featuring top-ranked Dakota Valley and LENNOX. Opening quarter, Dakota Valley quarterback Nate Rice rolls left, steps up, and finds Cole Schultz in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. 7-0 Panthers. More from the home team as Rice fakes the handoff and runs up the middle, bowls over a defender, and picks up 27 yards on the carry. The Panthers are in business. Later in the drive, Sam Chesterman goes up the gut 15 yards for the touchdown. It's 14-0 Panthers after 1 quarter, and Dakota Valley remains perfect on the season with a 50-18 win over LENNOX.
We'll have highlights from T, Volga, Salem, and Rapid City next. We'll be right back.
You're watching KELOLAND Sports Zone! Woo! You're watching the KELOLAND Sports Zone!
Welcome back to the KELOLAND Sports Zone.
T area suffered its first loss of the season last Friday, falling to 3-time defending 11A champion Madison 10-7. Tonight, the Titans look to get back into the win column against Sioux Falls Christian. Opening quarter, T area hangs a score on the board as Carter Slykehouse takes a handoff, spins and throws and connects with a wide-open Cade Clayberg. 19-yard touchdown pass, 6-0 Titans after 1. Second quarter, Sioux Falls Christian caps a 17-play, 82-yard drive with a 3-yard touchdown run by Parker Nelson. Add the 2-point conversion, it's 8-6 Chargers. Closing seconds of the first half, Dawson Mulder throws a jump ball to Mitchell Goodberry, and the 6'5 senior comes up with a TD catch. 16-6 Chargers at halftime, but PIERRE flipped the switch at halftime, outscoring Sioux Falls Christian 30-zip en route to a 36-16 win. An 11B contest featuring Sioux Valley and Bridgewater Emory-Ethan. On the Cossacks' opening drive of the second half, Parker Pitts looks deep for Jackson Schiller, who makes a grab with a man on him, and that's a 40-yard pickup. Later on the drive, Pitts looking for Schiller once again as he lobs to the back of the end zone, and 5 gets it, gets both feet in, touchdown. Cossacks trail though 34-12. On the ensuing Seahawks drive, Bridgewater Emory-Ethan gives to Jamin Aaron from the 1, and he finds the end zone. They miss the PAT, and it's 40-12. Ahead to the fourth quarter, BEE with 3rd and 7 at the Cossack 20. They run the option. Brady Hawkins pitches to Aaron, who reverses field, goes the other way, and he races 20 yards for the touchdown. His 3rd of the night as Bridgewater Emory-Ethan rolls to a 55-12 victory.
After falling to Dakota Valley, West Central played at McCook Central Montrose. On the Fighting Cougars' opening possession, quarterback Reagan Brandel tries to hand it to Jacoby Cruz, but they lose the ball, and it's picked up by West Central's Carter Healy. The Trojans don't hold on to it for long, though. On their first possession, quarterback Brock Haldeman hands it to Dylan Waxdahl, who fumbles the ball. It's recovered by Jake Cheeseman, and the Cougars take over. However, the home team, though, gives it right back again. Randall lets it fly, looking for Kobe Doan, and Haldeman returns the favor and is there for the interception, and the Trojans set up shop. Second quarter, West Central has it at the goal line, and Tyler Lundberg breaks through for the score as the Trojans finally take a 7-0 lead. The Cougars can't respond, and the Trojans set up near the goal line again. This time, fullback Cooper Marish charges in for 6 as West Central leads 13-zip, and from there, the Trojans roll to the win 47-0 over the Fighting Cougars. A Class 11A showdown pitting St. Thomas More against Belle Fourche. Second quarter, the Broncs are threatening, but on 3rd and 8, quarterback Tate Hoster is sacked by Tip Raymond, and we remain scoreless. A possession later, after converting a 4th and 1, Belle Fourche gets on the board as Kelby Olson goes 2 yards for the TD. 7-0 Broncs at the half, but St. Thomas More rallies and outlasts Belle Fourche 21-20.
We'll have highlights from a trio of 9-man games next. We'll be right back.
You're watching the KELOLAND Sports Zone! Woo!
Garretson has opened the season with 7 straight wins, but closed the regular season with its toughest test to date, hosting 9A number 2 CANISTOTA FREEMAN. On the Blue Dragons' opening drive, quarterback Brennan Mutter slings it to Isaiah Robinson, and the sophomore goes 11 yards, tough yards for the touchdown at the PAT, and Garretson leads 7-0. Minutes later, the Pride respond as Austin Thu walks into the end zone from 3 yards out. 2-point conversion is good, and CANISTOTA FREEMAN leads 8-7. Ahead to the second quarter, Mutter goes back to Robinson, who gets to the near side of the field, turns a corner, and he's gone. 58 yards on the touchdown run. They add a 2-point conversion, 15-8 Blue Dragons, and Garretson stays perfect on the season, beating the Pride 42-22. Another 9-man matchup featuring Arlington Lake Preston and Coleman Egan. Second quarter, Coleman Egan down 8. Nate Tolley rolls to his left and looks left. He's got Ryan Volker, who gets his feet in on the 8-yard touchdown. Hawks trail 8-6. Back the other way comes Arlington Lake Preston. Devin Hoyer's pass is tipped. Miguel Campos hand, but Jasper Dennison hauls it in, makes a few defenders miss, and finally brought down. So a tip and a catch, and there we go. Badgers looking to cash in from the 5. Hoyer keeps it himself, bounces it out to the right, and outruns a Coleman Egan defense for the touchdown, making it 14-8. Late in the second, Arlington Lake Preston set up deep in Hawk territory. Hoyer calls his number again and dives over the goal line for 6. Badgers lead 22-6 at halftime and pick up a 34-12 victory over Coleman Egan.
Baltic sought its second straight win against Irene Wakanda. The Eagles set up on the Baltic 18-yard line after a huge kickoff return, and from there, quarterback Trey King gets around the corner, and he's in for the score. Irene Wakanda takes an early 8-0 lead. Now facing a 4th and 9, King drops back and airs one downfield. Watch this catch. Brandon McDonald, who makes the nice catch falling over, picks up the first down. Moments later, King tosses one high into the end zone. It hangs in the air, but falls in the hands of Stephen Leggett. The Eagles lead 14-0 late in the first quarter. Irene Wakanda is threatening in the second, and King finds a hole and carries the ball in for 6 more as the Eagles dominate their way to a win 52-8 over Baltic. It's time to hand out our weekly award, the Touchstone Energy Player of the Week. Washington senior Tupac Capella is this week's recipient. Capella rushed for more than 275 yards and 3 touchdowns en route to breaking the 11-man touchdown record with his 62nd career touchdown in the Warriors' win over Rapid City Central. The Player of the Week is brought to you by your local Touchstone Energy cooperatives. Together, we are re-energizing rural.
The weekend sports schedule and hits and helmets next. We'll be right back.
You're watching KELOLAND Sports Zone!
Welcome back to the KELOLAND Sports Zone. There's no shortage of games on Saturday's sports calendar, including Northern State and Augustana, 1 o'clock kickoff in Aberdeen. USF hosting St. Cloud State again at 1 o'clock. SDSU takes on Youngstown State. It's Hobo Day beginning at 2 o'clock at Dana J. Dykehouse Stadium. And South Dakota takes on Northern Iowa down at the Dakota Dome beginning at 6 o'clock. The soccer finals also going on out in Rapid City, plus the Stampede home opener against Fargo. So again, plenty going on the sports calendar. Brought to you by Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Reach your more.
It's time to honor tonight's top plays and playmakers with another edition of Hits and Helmets.
Hits and Helmets brought to you by Avera Orthopedics. Make your move to the largest orthopedic physician team in the region, Avera Orthopedics. Thanks for watching and have a great weekend.
It's going! It's going! It's going! It's going!